And good afternoon, welcome to week 3 of episode Echoes. How's everybody doing? Hope you had a wonderful week 2, got everything done you need to complete. For those interested, I will be live over on Twitch, link will be in the description, playing through the seasonal narrative for this week. But as I usually do for the weekly update, don't forget I start with the core playlist, move on through all that, go to the Rotators, go over the seasonal challenges, and then lastly cover Eververse. Only the bright dust section, so that way you don't have to worry about spending any sort of money. But with that said, let's quick dive in to the core playlist Rotator, shall we? So first off with the Vanguard, not only let's see. So this week Grandmasters have opened up, and this week's Nightfall happens to be the Glassway with the new linear fusion rifle, ℕ𝕚𝕚𝕚. I will have the link for it in the description below if those want to check out the various roles you can for it. But it's also double Vanguard points as well as double Vanguard Nightfall rewards. So if you want to grind out some good rolls for the new linear fusion rifle, now this is the week to do it. As well as raising your rank so you can hopefully get rolls of the weapon with double perk columns. Alright, so quickly going over the Vanguard Nightfall Grandmaster the bonus buffs, or debuffs. So first off, we have shielded foes. So shield, arc, solar, and void shields. There's also going to be barrier and overload champions. It's a void threat, so incoming void damage is increased by 25%. The Grandmaster modifiers as followed: extinguish, limited revives, contest, which makes you minus 20. Join in progress disabled, extra champions, locked loadout, and extra shields. For those who don't know what all those mean, so extinguish means if everyone falls in the restricted zone, you all return to orbit. Limited revives, you only have a limited number of revives, but you gain more while you revive champions. This kind of like how Grandmaster Excision was last week. Then we have Arachno. When defeated, fallen vandals spawn a web mine at their feet. These can get very annoying, trust me. Chafe, radar is disabled. Overcharged weapons. Weapon overcharges from the seasonal activity are active in this activity. Kinetic weapons do increase damage when your super elemental matches active surge. Then we have solar surge, which outgoing. We have solar surge as well as void surge. So all your solar and your void damage going out is increased by 25%, much like how it is increased coming in. But yeah, that is the Grandmaster Nightfall, and then power level is 2020 for the Grandmaster. But again, with it being contest mode, you are knocked down to 2000. Alright. Over in Crucible, the rotators for this week are Rift as well as Countdown. And then for our rotators, over in the Legends tab, this week is the Vault of Glass. So if you need to farm the Vex Mythoclast, this is the week to do it. It is also the Star-Crossed Exotic Mission, for those who still need to get that one completed, or as well get the Catalyst for it. Then our dungeon is Prophecy. Alright. Excuse me. Then for our Lost Sector for today, it's a new one over in the Pale Heart, over at the Forgotten Deep, in the first zone of the landing. Don't forget, it will drop exotic engrams now before you take the Rahul and Decrypt. And then over on Neptune, the weekly terminal overload is over here in Zephyr Concourse, with the current daily Vex Incursion Zone over here in Limbing Harbor. However, just a reminder, the incursion does not drop engrams, it drops random loot, and it is not the new loot. So it's whatever you have unlocked. Alright, like I said previously, it is also week 3 of Echoes, so real fast, for those interested. The first one, Step 17, is receive a mission briefing from Failsafe in the Helm. It is also, brought to my attention, that is also the final week for Act 1. So next week, the week after, and the next 3 weeks, pretty much, there will be no new narrative beats as far as I'm aware. We don't 100% know what Bungie has in store for the 3-week gap. But as of right now, there is nothing planned, and this is the final week for Act 1. Then Act 2 will start in a month. That said, also time for the seasonal challenges. So the first, Scratch of the Surface 3, complete Act 1 Part 3 of a Rising Chorus. Research and Development 3, complete the research quest for Specimen ID NES 003. Breach for the Stars. Complete the episode Echoes Arena activity. Breach executable on expert difficulty. Then we have Aggression Exploration 2. Complete Helm Failsafe weekly challenges. Echo Challenger. Complete all Act 1 weekly activity challenges. Then we have Expert Sector. Complete a lost sector on expert difficulty or higher. And again, that is currently over in the Pale Heart. Then Grandmaster. Complete any Nightfall strike on Grandmaster. Then lastly, Spark Defender. Score points in Rift. Bonus progress is awarded for igniting the Rift. And score 50 points. And if I remember correctly, I believe you have to be the one to score the points, again, if I remember correctly. And it's not, team-based. Alright, now let's quickly go over Eververse for week 3. Also this week is also Flashback Season of Arrivals, for anyone who happened to have missed that. But starting off with, we have Thinking Headache emote from Season of the Plunder. We have the Intemperate Inquiry Robes from Season of the Opulence for Warlock. The Unspun Fate Transmit Effect from Season of the Deep. The Blaze Shader from Season of the Wish is one of the elemental shaders that you could have purchased last season. This one being solar. Then we have Time Honored Shader from Season of the Chosen. On the Brightness page, we have the Spray and Pray emote from Season of Defiance. The Crabcore emote from Season of the Deep. The Prometheus OSP ship from Season of the Chosen. The Terran Sidecar Sparrow from the 30th Anniversary update. The ROV Shell from Season of the Deep. The Space-Time Weft weapon ornament for Leviathan's Breath from Season of the Wish. Then the Braytech Projection from Season of the Seraph. Alright. As for our shaders, we have Celestial Dome from Forsaken. We have the Wielded Brass shader from Season of... I can't remember. Season of the Dawn. We then have the Reef Regalia shader from Season of the Lost. The Cursed Azure shader from Season of the Plunder. Then we have the Only the Finest Tournament effect from Black Armory, or Season of the Forge. The Dark Blade effects from Season of Opulence. And lastly, the Viturious entrance from Season of the Splicer. Alright, that is it for week 3 of episode 3 Echoes. Again, I'll be live over on Twitch this evening at around 5 p.m. Eastern Time with and the link will be in the description below if you want to come out check it out. We'll be playing through the rest of the episodic narrative for Act 1, and then possibly doing some Nightfalls or whatnot as to time allows. But I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you in this video, buddy. Goodbye.